Microphones are going on and we are live. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. It's 11 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. Ricky's joining me.
Hello.
He's come all the way over from, where are you living now?
I'm in Bath, up in Somerset.
That's it. And we're going to be playing Deckers. This is a new game which is being published this year by Deep Print Games. This is not a prototype. This is the finished version of the game. You've got a pre-production copy from a few months ago.
Yes.
Which is the same.
Yep.
It was pretty much the same. They might have fixed one or two little things, but this is a production copy of the game, and it's going to be released at Essenspiel this year. I don't know if it's going to be out before Essenspiel. Do you know?
No, I think Essen will be it.
Essen will be the release.
And then retail at the same time. That's worldwide. Hopefully.
Yes, it's not a crowdfunding campaign. It is going straight to retail, so if you're going to Essen, you can buy it. And Deep Print Games are the original publisher, but Pegasus Spiel are on the box as well, because they deal with a lot of the German production and in the US as well.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a German localization of the game?
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought so, because Deep Print Games are going to be doing that.
Yeah.
So, do you want to give us the elevator pitch about what this game is? And then I'm going to ask you where your inspiration came from the game. Because I don't actually know that, but I've got my own ideas. Ricky's the designer of the game, for people who don't know.
Yeah. So, we're hackers.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at a network in front of us. So the board is a network. So we've got a modular board that makes up this network of servers. Our job is to complete a series of objectives,
Which are here.
which are increasingly difficult. They've been set to us by our team leaders, if you like. We've got to hack into the network, and we're going to do that using kind of a virtual avatar. So our avatar is going to be located on this network, and we're going to be moving our avatar around. We're going to be using it to install programs, upload programs, all sorts of little infections and viruses, and attack the server.
And this is a dystopian future. This is not today.
Yeah.
This is a dystopian future where a supercomputer mother, is it, has kind of taken over?
Yeah, so the society started to become a little bit immoral and criminal-led, and society's breaking down a little bit.
Just like Columbus.
Just like Columbus. And so the government's decided to use this neural implant program to get inside of the brains of the population,
to calm them down.
Well, to learn why. What's their motivation?
Right.
And then what's happened then is that the supercomputer has learned all this information, but it's evolved itself and kind of taken over. And instead of just reading the brains of people, it started to control the brains of people.
Right.
So we are kind of outsiders. We're the Deckers. We're going to be trying to overthrow and reclaim freedom back for the population.
So
that's the story. Yeah.
It's a 1 to 4 player game.
Yes.
We're going to be doing the solo today. Ricky sat next to me. Opposite me is Paul. Hello. Paul is going to be joining us this afternoon for the 2-player game. But we're not playing the solo mode today.
No.
This isn't a multiplayer game that has a solo mode. This is a game for 1 to 4 players, and the rules are the same, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 players. The game scales, but there is no.
It's a co-op game.
It's a cooperative game.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that there are no specific solo rules only.
Right.
But we are going to play the solo game today.
Yeah.
I think most people are probably going to play this solo.
That's a good shout.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just because solo gaming is massively popular.
Yeah, I would say it plays best at solo and then 2-player. And then as you add 3 and 4, you need some real good teammates.
It says in the rule book, don't play 3 and 4 until you've...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of... This is a dynamic puzzle, and you need people who are prepared to sit down and figure it all out with you.
Yes.
And no alpha players in your group. You're just going to all work it out together. So if you've got the right group, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect for solo, perfect for couples, perfect for groups that want to spend hours trying to figure out a puzzle.
2-player would be my preferred option for this game, for 2 reasons. First of all, I like playing games with other people. I like solving puzzles with other people rather than just me. And 2, when I get stuck, I like to bounce ideas off other people's. I like 2 people working on a puzzle. I do escape room games and puzzle games with Vicky. I wouldn't want to do one on my own, because I get to a point where I'm stuck and I'm like, I'm stuck.
2 people can play the solo game together.
Yes.
Because there's no hidden information.
Yes.
So
and that's probably what we're going to be doing today. In fact, I'm going to be playing the solo game today, but Ricky's here to help me, not just with the rules of the game, but also with some help and advice, because I learned this game last night. and I understand the rules of the game, but applying those rules and trying to work out what the best thing to do is, that's where the complexity in the decision process
I will
comes
let
in.
you make some mistakes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we've done the setup already. Now this is the recommended setup for your first game, but there is a way that you randomly generate the board, isn't there, by means of some cards. But this is the 5 servers.
You'll see that later in the 2-player.
Yes. You also choose a character. There are 10 characters to choose from, 5 different colours: blue, red, yellow, purple, and green. And each one has 2 sides. But there is a recommended one, the primary decker, for your first game. And it recommends not playing purple when you first start learning the game, because the purple one is a bit more complicated in the way that it works. So I've chosen to play Hetty Magnetic, and this is my avatar. We also have a ghost token that we'll explain later on. And the first player token goes to me, because I'm playing it solo today. So the rest of the setup is, apart from creating the server network of the 5 different servers, each decker has a deck of cards. So what we've got 15 cards. If I just show you the cards here in my deck, they've all got a symbol in the bottom right corner. They've all got the blue symbol in the bottom right corner. That means this is my 15 card deck, and every deck is slightly different. Everybody's deck is so my deck has probably got more blue cards in there.
Yeah,
because I'm more
twice as many
blue
blue cards as everyone else. Yeah.
So that gets shuffled. Now your deck, you can be adding to this over the course of the game. You can get upgrade cards from the upgrade area here, but whenever you get a new card from this area, you have to get rid of a card. So your deck is always 15 cards, and you give that a shuffle, and you have 5 cards in your hand. 3, 4, 5. Right. So the upgrade area, this is made up of cards from the advanced deck of cards. And we'll come on to that later on. Everybody starts, I believe, on space 6 of their own server. So because I'm playing a blue character, I'm on the blue server and I'm on space 6. Now these standees, these normally go in plastic standee bases. I'm not going to do that for the overhead camera because you won't be able to see it. So we're gonna lay them down. Right, Ricky's got the rule book there because we need to do the rest of the setup.
You want to do it, or do you want me to talk you?
If you talk through it,
Okay.
and these component trays, by the way, these come with the game. So when the game comes, these are in little boxes, and it's got everything that you need all in here. So
First step is to choose a supermassive computer to play against.
We're playing against Alpha Moby, which you can see from the star rating here is difficulty 1, but there are lots of them included in the game. Spider, Sentinel. Would you choose randomly? I mean, you probably would if you were playing, but you would probably say, oh, I fancy this one.
I start at the low end and then work my way up.
Yeah, they all have a star rating.
Yes.
So they run from 1 to 4, and then there is an upgrade that you can add.
You can make them harder.
Or adds 2 stars.
Yeah. So Alpha Moby is the recommended one for your first game. It's difficulty 1, and we're not playing with any of the upgrades on it.
I tend to, when I play, I do it randomly.
You would do randomly because you know
upgrade
them.
on if I want to.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the SMC that we're going to be sort of competing against, and we start by populating the board with programs.
Well, we're going to build our objective deck.
Oh, objective,
Yeah,
yes.
you've already done it actually, but you can just point out.
We've done the objective deck here, but there are a whole bunch of, I don't know how many there are, lots. Yeah, there's that many.
Yeah.
So there's a whole load of copper objectives, silver objectives, and gold objectives. These are the 3 that are recommended for your first game, which is 404 Not Found, Neural Matrix, and Hackman. But when you play the game properly, you're supposed to choose a random copper one, a random silver one, and a random gold one. So to win the game, let's explain how that works, because it's actually based on here. This is why we've got 1 copper, 1 silver, and 1 gold. Some of the later ones will actually have like 1 or 2, 2, 1, which means you're going to play 5 cycles. Because these numbers here are the number of cycles in the game, and when I say cycle, think round. So because we're playing against Alpha Moby, we have 1 copper, 1 silver, and 1 gold, which means it's a 3-round game. So what you would normally do is choose a copper one at random, a silver one at random, and a gold one at random. Yeah. So to win the game, you need to complete the gold objective in the 3rd cycle of the game. You do not need to succeed at the copper and the silver one. It's a rule that I really like in the game. So although these are my 3 objectives, I don't need to do this one, and I don't need to do that one. So you might think, well, what's the point? Why bother trying to do it? Well, at the end of the first cycle, we're going to flip this card over, and on the back of it is going to be a success and a failure. So if we do succeed in this goal, we're going to get some kind of bonus. that's going to take us through to the next one. If we don't succeed, we're going to get some kind of failure result. So you always want to try and do it. Now, the rulebook recommends, we've got these displayed like this so that you can only see the name of them. But the rulebook strongly recommends looking at what they're going to be. Because otherwise, you're going to go into cycle 2 and go, oh, that's what I'm trying to do. Well, if I'd have known that, I would have played cycle 1 differently. So once you know the game, or, well, even when you're learning the game, you probably want to have a look at what the goals are. Certainly the second one on this particular map layout, you need to know what that one is before you start playing, I think.
I like to read all of them. So
you like to read all of them.
So I've got an idea of where I'm headed.
But whatever you do, don't read the other side. Don't read the success and failure. Leave that as a surprise until the end of the cycle.
If you want to read it when you're learning, go ahead. It's your game. But
oh, okay.
Yeah, but you'll get to know them too. That's the
True.
thing. I mean, there's 36. There's 12 of each.
Okay.
So you will, if your memory's good, you'll get to know them.
Yes, I won't. I'll forget. Right. Okay. So.
All right. So you've got your deck.
We've got my deck. I've got my 5 cards.
So that's your mission.
I've got my objectives.
Yeah, that's your objectives. What we're going to do then is we've arranged the cards. We're going to create the network, which you've done already. You've got your profile card.
Yep.
You've got your avatar.
Yep.
You've got your starting.
Got it.
You've got your starting piece. So every player has a different coloured starting piece.
Yeah.
So you've got a blue one. So you can go and grab yourself a blue program.
This is a blue compute. This is a program. So a program that's on my side, and that goes in the same space as me. Is that right?
Yeah, you've got it.
Okay. So there's a blue program there. We'll explain what the programs do in a minute.
Yeah. You've got your hand. You've shuffled your deck.
I have. I've got my 5 cards.
Every SMC is going to set up differently.
Yes.
You've got some initial defences. So that's on your setup card.
Yeah. And when do we put the other blue programs on? Is that later?
We'll do that after.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So the setup for this SMC is we're going to place a black spark on each space on the purple server. So the sparks, imagine these as enemy computer programs. These are dangerous. These are going to go around the network and they're going to try and destroy my programs. And if 3 of them ever group together, they make a guardian. Guardians are really bad. And if we ever have to add a spark or a guardian to the board and we can't, we immediately lose the game. Now, that's not going to be a problem in this game, but I assume when you're playing on much higher difficulties, you're going to get a lot of guardians out.
It shouldn't be a problem.
So according to Alpha Moby, it shouldn't. We need to put a spark on each of these locations. And these are 2-sided counters, black spark on one side, white spark on the other. In this particular game, we're not going to see the white sparks today.
We might do.
Oh, we might?
Yeah, there might be a little surprise at the end, but it's unlikely.
It's unlikely. Okay.
So yeah, this is really the kind of training wheels on type mission. And there's 25 of these. 5
of those. And then we place a black spark on each decker's entry space. So there is a spark on my space. So that's a nasty computer program that's going to be working against me. And skipping ahead to the end of the first cycle, after I've had all of my turns, a spark is going to destroy any computer program that's on the same space. So unless I do something about this, that spark is actually going to wipe that computer program. It's going to destroy it.
Yeah. And as you alluded to before, once you finish setting up your SMC, the next step is to give yourself a little compensation for the fact that you're playing alone.
Yep.
So for every server that's unoccupied, you'll take 1 blue token. So you've taken 4.
4.
And you can distribute those however you wish.
Yes. So if we were playing a 2-player game, like we are going to this afternoon, I would be, if I'm playing blue, I would be here. And if Paul was playing green, he would be here. That means there are 3 empty servers. So we'd have 3 counters. And if you're playing a 4-player game, you would only have 1 of these. So because I'm playing solo, there are 4 servers other than mine, and I get to put these on the board anywhere. So what do blue programs do? Well, blue programs are all about movement. And if there are 2 blue programs on adjacent spaces, then whenever I move, I can move between those spaces for free. They form a pathway. And I could, for example, if I really wanted to, I could put them here like this. Oh, and what I've done is I have created a pathway of blue computer programs from here. So what that means is, if I was to generate 1 point of movement, I could actually move all the way to here for free, and then I could move 1 there. I don't have to move to the end. I could move to here and then jump off. So if you're moving between blue programs, it doesn't cost you any movement points, but you still have to move.
Yeah.
You still have to choose the move action and you still have to generate 1 point of movement in order to be able to move along the pathways. So let's look at what our objective is. Our objective for the first round is we need to have space 4 on each decker's home server needs to be clear of all sparks and guardians. So there can be no bad computer programs on this space. So we've done that, dead easy. However, more of them are going to appear over the course of the round. But I'm thinking if I put a blue one on there, that's going to enable me to get to that space easier.
And the other thing, I mean, they don't have to be on different spaces. That's the other thing. So potentially you could.
These could be anywhere, couldn't they?
Yeah. You could,
oh, you mean I could do this?
You could if you wanted to.
Ah, because if you get 3 computer programs on the same space, you can install and turn those programs into an installation. And a blue installation is the square tokens that allows you to teleport.
Yeah.
From the blue installation to anywhere in the game.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And also, if we look at silver,
the goal for next turn is for having green programs on odd numbered spaces in 2 different servers.
yeah. So we want to ideally be able to have access to another server quite easily.
And this is quite dangerous. This is full of bad computer programs, so we kind of want to avoid that to start with.
And Paul's made a good point too. The other thing about these tokens is they're double-sided.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a limited supply.
Yeah.
So you've got a limited supply of blues, but their flip side is green.
Yes.
So every time you place a blue,
You can't place a green.
can't
So
place
these
green.
are limited components as well.
yeah.
Right.
But also there are some abilities that let you flip tokens.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
as Paul says, if you're looking to create green, one option is to place blue and flip them. So there's a few little options for setup, but just do what you think is right.
I think I'm going to do... Because when you're moving, you can drop things off mid-move, can't you?
Each odd numbered space would be good.
Yeah. Okay, I've done that. That's what I've chosen to do. I've created a big long pathway here, but I could have put that over there.
Yeah.
Or I could have put it here. As in fact,
Oh,
yeah. No, in fact, I'm going to do that.
yeah.
I'm putting 2 there, and you'll see why later on.
You have a plan.
Maybe.
That's good.
Maybe. Right. Okay. Is that setup done?
And this is part of the game really, that you're straight into it. Right from setup, you're already playing the game.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So the sequence of play,
So the last thing you do would be to create the upgrade area. We've already done it.
which we've shuffled the deck and we've dealt 4 cards out.
Yeah, and
But technically, we shouldn't have seen those cards before making the other choice.
yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Right. So let's have a look at the sequence of play. So there is a reference card that comes with the game. And as you can see here, we have the intel phase, then we have the command phase, then we have the SMC phase, and then we have the refresh phase. And this is a cycle. And we're going to be playing 3 cycles in this game. One of them where we're trying to do the copper objective, one of them the silver objective, one of them the gold objective. And the intel phase is basically preparing yourself for the round. Make sure you read the objective. Make sure you look at any effects which are going to be in the game. So we have a start of turn special rule here. We also, I'm just going to put this objective over here. You can see that we've got special rules here during the command phase. Anytime a spark would enter a space 6, it actually goes on space 4 instead. And remember, we need to keep space 4 free because that is what the objective is. We also have, we'll come on to that later on. So that's the intel phase, where you basically just have a look, make sure you are fully aware of everything that's going to be going on. Then you have the command phase. So in the command phase, each decker is going to have 3 turns. Now, at this point in the gameplay is quite fluid. The player with the decker token should take the first turn, but actually, if I remember reading this correctly, I could say I don't want to take the first turn, I'm going to give it to somebody else.
Yeah, I think that's done at the end of the...
You can do it during the intel phase, yeah.
You can do it in the intel phase. So in the intel phase, you can say, actually, I want somebody else to go first. Yeah. But then what happens is each decker takes 3 turns, but it's not in a fixed order. It's not me, you, me, you, me, you. I could take all of my 3 turns in a row if I wanted to, or I could take 2, you could take 1, and then I could take 1. And the reason that how you track them is basically the deck of cards. So your deck of cards is 15 cards. You start with 5 of them in your hand, and after you have taken a turn, you draw 5 cards from your deck. So you know when you've taken your 3rd turn because you don't have any cards left in your deck and you can't draw anymore. So that's the timer. Now, in each player's turn, we go through these 6 steps. First of all, we resolve start of turn effects, which we do have a start of turn. So this isn't start of round, this is start of turn, and each decker is going to get 3 turns. So this is actually going to happen to me 3 times in this command phase. Then we spawn new sparks. So new sparks are going to enter the server, and that's based on this. So on this particular SMC, there is no sparks that are going to spawn while we're in cycle 1. But in cycle 2 and cycle 3, we're going to get a black spark added, and that goes to a random space on the board. So we don't need to do that for now. Then we have the performing actions, which we'll come to later on, but basically you get to perform as many actions as you want to by playing cards from your hand. Then you do end of turn effects. Then you draw 5 cards from your deck, if you can, and then you restock the upgrade area. So I'm going to be doing that whole thing 3 times. After I've done that, we then do the SMC phase, where the bad programs attack. We look at whether I resolve the objective or not, and then the sparks that are on the board, they're going to move around. And then we do a refresh phase, and then that's the end of the cycle. One thing that is good with this game is that there's lots of references. So all of the rules for sparks and guardians are on here. And if we just look at this player aid, and this might be a bit confusing, I got the wrong button, it's this one. This is a player aid which has all of the different actions on. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to explain every single action in the game before we start playing. I'm going to explain them briefly, and then we'll explain them more as we go along. And this player aid is double-sided, so you've actually got a lot of information here. You probably don't need the rulebook once you know the game, because the reference cards have got so much information on them.
Apart from setup, maybe you just use it for setup.
Apart from setup. Now, there is something on the back page of the rulebook, which is, again, stacking limits, some important rules, things like this, and an index for you to be able to find anything in there. So yeah, back of the rulebook's got some information on as well. Right.
So just as you're playing alpha mode, this is like the beginner.
Yeah.
One thing you said, which is spot on, when the sparks get placed, they're placed randomly.
Yep.
All these different SMCs will have their own little tricks and tactics.
Yes.
So alpha mode is kind of your starter. It's going to place them randomly. But as you advance through the more complicated ones, they may actually target specific areas of the network, so it'll be less random.
And some of them spawn multiple sparks, and some of them spawn the white sparks, which are even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay, so the command phase. We are in the command phase, and we are on my first turn, and it says at the start of each turn, the active decker, which is me, I place a black spark on my space. Now, which button was it? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Yes. I am on space 6, so I'm going to add a black spark to space 6, except I'm not, because 404 not found says during the command phase, anytime a spark would enter space 6, it actually goes on to space 4 instead. So there's a black spark there, which means I have no longer done this objective. And this objective is only checked at the end of the round, but I need to have cleared that space of all sparks and guardians. Also, I have a special ability. So my ability gives me a bonus when I move. I've got deep pockets, and whenever I move around the network, you can carry programs with you. I can carry an extra program with me, and I can carry sparks around. Now, normally you can't do that, but my character's special ability is that I can actually move these sparks from one space to another. So a relatively easy way for me to achieve this objective is to move onto this space, move off this space, and take the spark with me.
That would work.
There you go, easy, done. I thought this game was hard. Right, okay, so it's now the actions. So in the action phase, what happens is I can play as many of these cards as I want from my hand to do as many different actions as I want. It isn't one action per turn. I can literally do as many actions as I want to do, but the actions generally cost command modules. What's it called? Command points, or commands, right? And the commands are down here. So this card here, this will generate 1 green command point. This will generate 1 blue. That will generate 2 red. That will generate a blue and a purple. Now, purple's a wild card, so that can be used as anything. And that one will generate a red and a purple. And as I mentioned, these are all of the different actions that you can do. So there are standard actions where you can upload a program, which is basically adding a new program to the board. That requires 3 commands of the same color to add a program of that color. Then there is upgrade, where you can buy one of the upgrade cards and put it in your hand. Some of these cards have keyword abilities on. You can do that. You can install, which is converting 3 programs that are on the space into an installation, but you have to use one command point of the color that matches it. They're the standard ones. Then you have colored ones. So the blue related action is all about moving, and each blue command that you play allows you to move 1 space. The green one is shifting things around the board, so you can actually shift programs and sparks from 1 space to another. The yellow one is modifying, where you effectively use a yellow program and a spark, and it converts them 2 together into a program of your choice. But you've got to have more yellow than sparks. And the red one is the infecting. So red programs are your attack programs. It's like, is it a virus?
Yeah.
Sort of, right? I say so. I'm installing a kind of virus in the computer system, and then I can use those red programs to attack the enemy computer programs. That's another way of getting rid of the sparks.
Yeah.
That's a very quick summary of all of the actions in the game. And we're now going to start playing, and this is where I've now got so many options. But one thing that you can do is you can upgrade cards, and this is quite easy. So let's have a look at the upgrade area. So these are the 4 cards currently on offer. And in order to buy one of these cards and put it into your hand, and it does go directly into your hand, this is the cost. So for example, I have, and I think this is an obvious move, I have a card here which generates 1 green command point. So I could spend this card, spend the green command point to buy this card, which is simply better because it's got 2 icons on it, and it's also got an extra bit of text. So I could do that, or I could use this card to buy that one. I can't use this card on its own to buy that one because that costs 2 green, and I can't use this card to buy that one. So I think my first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this card to take Digital Tattoo or Adrenaline Surge. Ricky, what do you reckon?
If you want to load this one, Adrenaline Surge is going to help you upload lots of green stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Digital Tattoo is going to help you buy more cards from
the upgrade area. Right.
Now, this one costs 2 green, so you're thinking it's not available to you, but it is actually, because this one costs 1 green. This digital tattoo, so you could buy a digital tattoo and put it in your hand.
Right.
You can use this straight away.
Okay, to buy that one.
And the digital tattoo will give you 1 green, and it says its special ability is when you play this as part of an upgrade action, it gives you an extra.
Okay.
So you could buy this with that, and then buy this with that.
Let's do that.
Or you could buy this if you want to get lots of green. And you might think, well, why do I want lots of green? The other thing to think about is these cards aren't going to get, they're going to hang around.
They don't refresh until the end of the cycle. Yeah.
So so if you want to buy them both, you could. You could even end up buying this. But they don't get refreshed. They don't get wiped away until the end of the cycle. So there's still an opportunity to buy some of these cards.
Yeah.
So you've got to think about, what do you want to do now? Which cards are going to benefit you the most right now?
I'm going to have that. Okay. So what I do is I spend this by putting it in my discard pile.
No, it goes.
No. I'm going to spend it by putting it in my discard pile.
Yes.
So I've generated 1 green command point, and I'm buying Digital Tattoo. Now, because your deck always has to be 15 cards, one of the cards that I used to generate the resources that I needed now has to be removed from the game. So in this case, I only spent 1 card, so that is the card that goes. But if I spent 2 cards to buy this one of the 2 cards that I played would have to be removed from the game. So in that case, that's gone from the game and that's in my hand.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do the same thing. Digital Tattoo only has 1 green command point, but when you play this card as an upgrade action, it also generates a purple. So I've got a green and a purple. I spend it, I buy that, and then I have to get rid of that.
There's a special rule on advanced command cards, and this is one thing you'll find sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Advanced commands aren't removed from the game; they go back.
Back in the
upgrade area.
Back into the upgrade area.
Yeah, so
right.
That one's going to come up.
Oh, so that one doesn't go from the game. That goes back there.
Yeah, and then you could potentially buy it again.
Buy it again with another,
and do the same trick again.
Right.
So you can think of the market as an extension of your hand, and you can find combos in the market.
Yeah.
To just navigate your hand and the upgrade area. I can't say market upgrade area to do the stuff you want to do.
Because I do have that's purple. And purple could be used as green.
Yeah.
So I could do all sorts of shenanigans here.
Or you could buy an MP with that.
Yeah. The other thing is any 3 colours of any combination of 3 colours can be used as one colour. So I could, for
It's
example,
purple.
I could, for example, use those two cards, which is a blue, a red, and a purple. Well, no, I wouldn't use that. I'd use that. I'd use a blue and two red. That blue and two red, those combined could be a purple, and then I could use the purple as a green.
Yeah.
Because the game doesn't have enough options. So, so let's give us some more options. Right. So I'm happy with that. I've upgraded my hand, and that's 2 actions, but I've still got a hand of 5 cards.
Yeah, and you can still do some more upgrading.
I could, because we're looking at that emit EMP.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good card, isn't it?
Yes.
So we're going to do that. I'm going to generate 2 red commands to buy this,
The way I would recommend
but
is
then that
put the
goes.
cards you're using for action in your play area,
Oh, and then trash one.
then trash one, and then
discard the
discard
rest.
what's
Yeah,
left. That
okay.
would be, make it clearer.
Good idea. So the upgrade area is down to 2, and that's not going to refresh till the end of the cycle. Okay, we need to start doing things. So we know our objective for the end of this cycle is I've got to get rid of that. And there's a few ways of doing it. I can move onto the space and use green to push it. Or, because I am Hetty, and only Hetty can do this, I could move onto the space, move off, and take it with me. Or I could install a red program and then use that red program to attack it. Yeah. Now, one of the important things with this game, which caught me out last night when I was learning it, is one of the main things you're going to be doing in the game is you're going to be uploading programs. So not installing, uploading. You're going to be uploading programs, but you can only do that if there's no sparks or guardians on the space. So I've just said, in order for me to get rid of this, one way of doing it would be to upload a red program here, but I can't upload the red program here because there's a spark there. So the puzzle in the game is I need to go somewhere else, install the red program, then move the red program to here, and then use the red program to attack it. But because I've got Hetty, it seems easier for me to just move things around, depending on what I've got in hand. I do have some red cards in hand. So what would we suggest? I also need to be looking ahead.
Yeah, I think this. I think you don't want to be taking it there because of the silver.
Because then it will destroy programs here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'd have to deal with it once it was there. We couldn't just leave it there.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. I am going to play 1 blue command point to generate 1 point of movement. Okay. So I'm generating 1 point of movement. Because I've now doing the move action and I've got 1 point of movement, I can move along this pathway. And whenever I move from one space to another, the normal rules are that a decker can carry with them up to 3 programs of the same colour. And the maximum limit of a space is 3 programs of each colour and 1 installation. But Hetty, I can take an extra 1 with me, and I could take a spark if I wanted to. So I think this is legal. I've got 1 point of movement, but moving from there to there is free because I'm using the pathway. Moving from there to there is free. It then costs me 1 movement to go here, but I can take that with me. So I don't have any movement points left, but I can still move around this way because I've actually created a new pathway.
Yeah.
If I wanted to. But I might not. I might just leave that there. And yeah, I could have started with that there, but I decided I wanted to just show moving blue programs around in order to create more pathways.
Yep.
Is that a good start, do we think? You've got that look on your face?
Well, you could. I said I wasn't
Yeah.
going to correct you, but you could have also taken this back up here and moved it there, and then that pathway persists, and then you could have moved that away if you wanted to. So it's entirely up to you.
Oh, because I can just carry on moving along the
Carry on
pathway.
moving. And the other thing to remember is at the end of your turn, or rather the start of next
turn, I'm going to get a new one.
What's going to happen?
So I don't want to be on there at the end of a turn because a new one's going to appear. Okay,
So
you're
always
right.
think about where you're going to end your turn because Arthur Murray's going to spark
you're
that
right.
space.
So I go down here on the pathway. I pick up this blue program. I go up here. I drop off the blue program.
Yeah.
But then I carry on moving, carrying the spark with me.
Yeah.
And I drop the spark off.
Wherever you like.
I mean, I could drop it off here, but then there's 2 sparks in the same area. And if you get 3, you get a guardian. It's a little bit risky. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, and I'm going to end up here because I don't want to be there because then a spark's going to go there.
Or you might want to end here and do something about those two black ones. Those two sparks.
Yeah, I mean, well, I can't upload a program when I'm on that space. Oh, but I could shift them.
Do you have green? Yeah.
I do have green, so I could be shifting them out to other places. No, I think I might do a red program.
Yeah,
I might install a red program. So that's it. That's that action done. That was one movement point, and I got to do all of that stuff. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 3 reds. That's really good.
Well, that's the other thing. You look at if you want, every card has commands, but it also has a special ability.
Yeah.
So what does this one do?
Well, the emit EMP, if I use this as part of an infect action, it actually gets rid of something next to it, and there isn't anything next to it.
There's this.
Oh, you mean do it here?
You infect your own
Oh, but
space.
You infect the space.
Oh.
So if you.
Oh, right. It's an EMP. It's an EMP.
Okay.
So all of those rules that I just said about the fact that you have to have a red
You do have to have
program on the space that you're attacking is true,
Yeah.
but I have a card that basically means I can create an EMP bomb.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's always more.
Wow.
Blow stuff up. Blow stuff up.
Yeah, suddenly the one card has changed the entire approach. So what I'm going to do is
And remember, you can save one card to next.
I can save one card. You don't have to use all of your cards. So I think I'm going to spend... I don't think I need a green. No, I'm okay. So I'm going to generate 3 red and a green. Now, the green is wasted, but I'm going to generate 3 red icons from this to upload a red program. So I've created a virus and I've uploaded it to the server and it's here. Right. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, one of the red actions that you can do is you can infect. I can use that red program, that virus, in order to infect the server. Now, you can only do that if there is a red program there, and the only reason normally to do that is to destroy sparks that are on your space.
Yeah.
But because I have this, if this works, it's actually going to be an EMP that's going to destroy those 2 sparks. So we're going to do this. I am going to play this card.
Oh yeah, you could use that for.
I could use that for its purple
You've
as well.
still got to roll the dice. You haven't explained the infect action, but
I haven't
still
explained
a
the
risk.
infect action.
It's still
Yeah.
a risk it will fail.
So I'm going to use this emit EMP. This is going to generate me 2 red, and it says when I play this card as part of an infect action, if I succeed, I'm going to remove all of the sparks from one space adjacent. So let's talk about the infect action. Basically, this is where the dice come in. So I am going to roll both of these dice. The red one is for me, the black one is for the SMC. Higher result wins, but I lose ties. The SMC wins the ties. But I get to add 1 for every red program I have on the space. The SMC adds 1 for every spark that it has on the space, which is none, which is great. But I also add 1 for every red power that I put in. So if I'm playing the emit EMP card, I'm going to be adding 3. 2 for the card and 1 for that. I feel those odds are quite good.
Yeah, I'm more risk averse. I'd probably add another.
You would put in that one for an extra 1. I'm going to save this. I'm going to play risky.
The other thing is, of course, if you add enough, you can mitigate the die roll completely.
You don't need to roll at all.
And make it deterministic.
Yes.
If you don't like the risk of the die roll, add more red stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to play that. So 2 reds plus the 1. So I'm rolling and I'm getting +3. What could possibly go wrong?
Possibly go wrong.
Right, we've done it. Just. So I rolled a 4 +3, 7, which is higher than 6. So the infect action worked, which means I remove all of the sparks on my space, but because I used this card, I get to remove those as well.
Yes.
Right, and that's it. The game is won.
Good work.
Not quite. Right. I have 1 card left, and as Ricky mentioned, you are allowed to save 1 card from 1 turn to the next.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do. So that is my turn over. I now draw 5 cards. So I now have 6 cards. 5. Remember, that's the timer. And then we restock the upgrade area.
Yeah.
So we just add 2 new cards to the upgrade area. Turn 2. Start of turn. We are adding a spark to my space. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no spawning. So now we're onto actions again. Right, let's have a look at the cards that I've got this turn. We've got that one that I kept from one turn to the next. We've got 2 greens. We've got a green and a purple. We've got a yellow. We've got a yellow and a purple. And we got 2 blue. Okay. So we have lots of options. Thank you, Georgios, for the charity. Yeah, just so you know, all of the advertising revenue from this video goes to charity. That includes super chats. Georgios has just donated €20 to a super chat. Thank you very much, Georgios. That all goes to a charity as well. And I'm probably going to get Ricky to choose the charity for this month. So let me know afterwards. Right. Now, we've got new upgrade cards here. That looks expensive, but I do have 3 blue. Hollowgate. Wow. That's like teleporting around, isn't it?
Yeah, so Hollowgate lets you, it's probably not useful at this stage of the game.
Okay.
But it lets you move everything on your space and you to another space.
Somewhere else. Okay. Well, what's my plan?
So if there was so for example, if you weren't Hetty, I mean, Hetty's good at moving around,
Yeah.
but another player might find this more useful.
Right, okay.
This catalyst here, it's only got 1 red, but it only costs 1 red.
Mm-hmm.
But after the dice are rolled, it has a similar ability to what we saw in EMP.
Yeah.
But you can add 2 to the effect
Okay.
if you wish after the dice are rolled. So you don't have to add it straight away.
Okay.
You can keep it in your hand.
Oh,
use
right.
your other cards, and then if you need the +2,
You can
Chuck it
interrupt
in.
and put that in.
Yeah.
In terms of the objective for this round, we're looking okay. But if I don't do something about this spark, then in the SMC attack phase, it's going to kill those 2 programs. So I kind of want to get rid of this spark. I could just move it out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, the red ones act as little defenders, so they will fight.
There will be a little bit of a fight
But they could
here.
lose, and if they lose, the blue's gone. Yeah.
The blue's gone as well, yeah. But also, I'm thinking ahead to cycle 2, when I need to be installing green programs.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 green in hand. I could start on...
And also think about whether any of these cards, because they're always better than basic cards,
They are
worth just taking, even if not now, for a later turn.
Well, that's the thing. That one generates 2. I would spend 2 to only need 1, but it is 2. So
Yeah. It's a good one.
it is. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to pay that, take that, and then that goes in hand and that goes. Right. Okay, so that is when you play this card as part of an upload action. That's what I'm going to be doing. You may place 1 additional program of the uploaded colour on that space. Oh, well, that's brilliant. But I can't upload here because there's a spark. So, do we move around, taking that spark with me, dropping it off somewhere, and then coming back somewhere else to upload some programs?
And also
think that's what we
contemplate
do.
Hollowgate, because although it costs 3 blue, it does give you 2 purple. So 2. Remember, you're strong in blue. You've got
Right,
more blue
okay.
You've got twice as many blue cards as anything else. Purple then adds a bit of versatility.
Yes.
Copper's the easiest round cycle. So if you want some versatility for later,
Okay.
you can use it. But obviously, spending the cards means then you've got 1 less card to use.
Yes.
You have to use 2 cards to
Yeah.
buy it.
And the more blue programs I get on the board means the more movement flexibility that I have for later on. So I think I'm just going to get rid of this. I think I'm just going to move around and I'm going to take this spark with me. So I'm just going to play this for 2 movement. So I'm generating 2 movement points. And let's have a look at where we're going to go. So moving around this bit is all free.
You've got a preset that zooms in a bit. I don't know if you want to use it.
I do, don't I? It was this one, I think. Yeah, there you go. So I'll need to move down a little bit because you can't see that one. There you go. Oh, no, need to move down a bit more. There you go. So yeah, moving around all of this bit is free. And I've got 2 movement points. So we could just drop this spark off. Just, I could, if I really wanted to, go 1, 2 and drop the spark off there. But then I'm kind of a bit stuck out there in the middle of nowhere. I've no way of easily getting back without generating more movement points, which I could do.
Unless
Do
you
you
bring
need the blue on 6?
Yeah, unless you could bring this one with you, and that keeps this pathway intact. You could go 1, bring the blue and the black.
Yeah.
2, oh no, you run out of movement. Yeah.
Well, I've got more movement.
Oh yeah, you do.
So you're saying I don't need this program here. I could
Potentially.
take this program with me and make a bridge. That program was allowing me to get here that's where I was going to put the green.
Yeah, good point.
Because I want greens on each odd numbered space on two different servers. So I was planning on coming here.
Or you could buy this and teleport back.
Yeah. I think for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move down to here, taking the spark with me. And then I'm going to move. So none of this has cost any movement. Yeah, I've got two movement.
2 movement points, was it right?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to end up here. But if I go here and pick this up and drop it here, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I've only used one movement.
It was 1 to move here, and then there.
No, there was a blue there.
Yeah, but you picked it up.
Oh, but I picked it up. Okay, so it cost me 1. Right, that's the thing. Yeah. So you cannot, if you decide that you're going to pick up a token and take it with you, you then can't use that token as part of the pathway.
Yeah.
So as soon as I pick that up, the pathway is broken. So it cost me 1 movement point to get to there, another movement point to get to there. I drop it off, and that's created a new pathway there. Okay, so I've spent my 2 movement points.
And the only thing is, this one will kill that at the end of the turn.
It will.
Cycle.
But that's all right. I've got another plan for that, I think.
Nice.
Then I'm going to spend. It's 3 green and a purple. So the purple's actually being wasted because I only need 3 green. And I'm using this to upload a green program. But because I'm using my Adrenaline Surge, when you play this card as part of an upload, you may place an additional program of the uploaded colour on that space.
Nice.
So I've basically uploaded 2 green programs to there. Yes.
Yeah, that's done.
That's that. Done. Right. Okay. Next, I need to sort that out before the SMC attack phase. So I've still got another turn after this with which I can do something. Now I've got these yellows, and we talked about this earlier. My character in this particular scenario is probably not going to use yellows too much, but in this afternoon's playthrough, which is going to be a 2-player playthrough, you're going to see yellow used a lot more, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, you've got 3 yellows you could upgrade.
I've got 3 yellows. 3 yellows together could be used.
You could buy another card with that one, with the purple.
Oh, I could just use that purple to buy a digital tattoo.
Yeah.
And
Or indeed this one.
Or indeed the catalyst.
Yeah.
I do like being able to add 2
Or you could buy this one.
afterwards.
How much blue have you got?
I could.
You could buy that one.
But you said that one was maybe not.
Well, it's versatile. It's got purple.
It's got, so even if I'm just buying it for the purple icons,
So it's whether you
I quite like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend this as just the purple.
Now here's another thought.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you could throw that in the mix. Figure out why you might do that.
So that would give me 3
Yeah.
That'd give me 3 yellow.
Yeah.
3 yellow is a program.
To buy this.
It's 2 yellow and a
But
purple.
the purple buys that.
Yes.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. You could still overpay.
Why would I want to overpay?
Well, let's think about it. If you buy this card, these 2 are played.
Yeah.
This goes to your hand.
Oh, one of them gets removed. Ah, right.
Yeah. You want to get rid of the
Okay, because whenever you upgrade, one of your cards goes.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's the card I want to get rid of.
Yes.
Clever. Okay, so I'm going to do it.
So buying from the market it seems straightforward at first glance, but
you're losing cards.
But then you can start being a bit
So
smart.
that card goes to my discard pile. That goes out. That comes in.
Nice.
Right. Okay. So I've got 2 cards left. I want to take at least one other action. And I think I'm going to use that to generate 2 movement points.
Beautiful.
So 2 movement points. And we're going to move to here for free, taking that with me. Then I'm going to move to here, taking that with me. That was 1 movement point. And then I'm going to use a second movement point to move back here. And then what I'm going to do, bearing in mind wherever I end up is going to get a spark at the start of my next turn. I think I'm going to go here. So even when I've spent all of my movement points, I can still keep just moving around on the pathway for free. Right. That's it. I'm going to keep that card.
Smashing.
So, end of turn. Any end of turn effects? No. Draw my remaining 5 cards. Restock the upgrade area. And now I go into my final turn of the game. So, start of turn effects. We get a spark here.
It's the final turn of this.
Final turn of this cycle. Sorry, yeah, not of the game. Okay. So, I kind of thinking I might want to try and get rid of these sparks. Maybe, because there's a red program here. So I could move here, pick up my virus program, move it to here, and then infect and try and get rid of those sparks using the catalyst.
Well, you could have done that on your last turn, couldn't you? Could have carried it in.
I could have carried it in on my last turn. Yes, let's say I did that because that was my plan. For some reason, I thought it was going to destroy them, but it's not.
Not until the end of the cycle.
Yeah.
The end of this turn. Yeah, you want one more turn.
Right.
And always look at the upgrade.
Always look at the upgrade cards. Carbon Clone. Discard this card when any decker plays another card for its commands to double the commands generated by that card.
It's a beauty. And some of these cards do play well in multiplayer.
Yeah.
So this one can be played on another player's turn.
Yes.
Which is always helpful.
I'm going to do
Not
that.
now.
And don't forget the tattoo trick that we did before.
Yeah.
He hasn't got any green.
No, I'm all right. No. So I'm going to spend that to generate 2 to buy that, and then that goes. Okay. Right. Then I think we're going to infect. Yeah, we're going to infect. So this server here, I'm going to use this red program. I mean, it's not ideal.
But you do have Carbon Clone.
And I can use 3 as 1.
Yeah. You can pile in on it.
Yeah, so let's do it. So I'm generating 1 red with that. Carbon Clone to make it 2 red. I'm saving that in hand because that's the +2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to spend that as the red. I need to save that in hand.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to generate 3 blue as a purple, which is another red. So that's 3 red to do an infect. So I'm rolling the dice and I'm adding 3
And what did you have left?
for my commands.
Any purple left?
Look at that. Okay, make it 4. So I'm rolling the dice and I'm adding 4 for my commands and 1 for the red program. But they're adding 2 because they've got 2 sparks.
Yeah.
So I'm adding 5, they're adding 2, and I've got a +2 up my sleeve.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this. Yeah. So I've done it. I didn't need this.
Nice.
And that removes both of those sparks
Yes.
from there. Right. Take that, evil computer.
Nicely done.
Now there is no point in me saving this card because at the end of the cycle
Yeah, you can't save it.
you can't save it from one cycle to the next.
Yeah.
Can you use it? It was the interrupt. No.
No. I can use it to generate 1 red, which doesn't do anything. We are.
One red would only do something if you had a red installation on.
I could infect. Yeah.
We could upload.
You could
Oh, sorry. I could have.
These ones make
Oh, yeah.
uploading cheaper.
Yeah. So the red installations and the yellow installations make things cheaper. So we've not seen that yet. But if you get 3 programs of the same color in a space, you can install those programs into an installation. And the installations do powerful things. So the blue installations allow you to teleport around the board. The green installations allow you to ghost. So that's where your ghost token comes in, which means it's not actually you, it's your ghost that's over doing something. And the red and the yellow installations mean uploading is cheaper. And also the yellow installations make the modifying, and the red installations make attacking better as well.
Yeah.
Right. Now we do draw 5 cards. I haven't got any cards. We restock the upgrade area. And now we do the SMC phase. So the first thing that happens in the SMC phase is the SMC attack. So if there were any sparks in the same space as any of my red programs, there would be a fight.
Yeah.
And that fight would be resolved as normal with me losing ties. There isn't any. So that's that done.
No, with you losing.
Yes. Then we resolve the objective. So the objective says the goal is to have space 4 on each decker's home server must be clear of all sparks and guardians, which we have. So what's going to happen is we're now going to flip this card over and we see what happens. So it's actually success that side and fail on that side. So we've got the success results. If she shuts the front door, we'll just come in the back. Place a green program on each space 4 on every server. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So green programs galore. And that's good because the next objective is to actually have the space 4 on every server. Except that one's going to get eaten. Okay, and then, if you look carefully, we've got this. And this means the sparks are going to move around. So on the green server, the sparks in the lowest numbered space are going to move one space to the next highest numbered space. And then the same thing happens again. And then on the blue server, and then again on the blue server. If the arrow's pointing down, they would go from the highest space down a space. So, to explain how that works, on the green server, there's no sparks, so nothing happens.
But if there were,
let's say there was a spark in 1 and in 5, then it would be on the lowest numbered space, they would move to the next numbered space. So that means the 1 would move to the 2, but then the 2 would move to the 3. And if there were multiple sparks on there, they would all
go
move
together.
Yeah.
Now, the same thing happens here on the blue, but again, I've no sparks on the blue. So this is a way in which sparks will move around the board. That's the objective done. We have succeeded. Next is the refresh phase. So in the refresh phase, I believe I shuffle my deck of cards and I may choose to wipe the upgrade area. And I think I'm going to. And it's an all or nothing. You can't keep selective ones. So we're going to wipe those. Now, when you wipe them, what happens is you shuffle them and put them on the bottom of the deck, I believe.
Yeah.
They're never going to come in though, are they?
Not in solo.
Not in a solo game, but maybe in a 4-player game they might come in.
Yeah, there's always things that break the rules.
Right. Take from the bottom of the deck. Or...
Yeah, never know.
Okay. So we've got a new upgrade area and yeah, off we go. So you've had a bit of an inkling into the game, but this is just scratching the surface. We haven't seen installed programs, we haven't seen Guardians, and you might not see Guardians today. Yeah. You will this afternoon. I'm pretty sure you will this afternoon.
We'll see one in gold.
Oh yes, we're going to see one in gold. So we will see how Guardians work. Right, cycle 2. Now, it's going to step up a bit now because if you remember back to when I showed you the SMC card, when we were in the copper objective cycle, we didn't spawn anything. Now that we're in silver, we are going to spawn. And spawning happens every turn. So in fact, every turn we're going to get a spark on my space and we're going to get a random spark somewhere on the board. So we are going to get more sparks entering the game from now on. And just as a reminder, our goal is to have at least a green program or installation on every odd numbered space on 2 servers, because it's the number of deckers plus 1. So if we look at the blue server, I've already got one on 1 and 3. If I can get one on 5, done. Yep. And that should be easy. I was kind of thinking the green server because it's clear. There's nothing bad going on here. And if I really wanted to, I could just sort of go up here, bring these down. Yeah.
And when you have a look at the upgrade area, you're going to spot something that's going to...
Am I going to spot
really
something?
help you.
Okay.
Because you had a lucky draw.
Did I?
Yeah.
Right, what's this? A nootropic bloom. Discard this card to add a purple to another decker's action. Or flip a program anywhere on its network to the other side. Is that the one?
Well, that would help you.
Okay.
You can flip a blue to a
I
green.
can put a blue into a green. That's the same as we've already got. What's the neural splash? Place 2 sparks on your space to place 1 green program and up to 3 different open spaces anywhere on the network. Oh, well. Okay. That's interesting. So I add 2 sparks to your space, which is fine as long as I've got red programs and a way of defeating them. And I get to add a green program to 3 different open spaces anywhere on the network. So what is the definition of an open space and a closed space? Well, a closed space is essentially anything on the inside. So anything where it is completely surrounded by other spaces is a closed space, and an open space is anything on the outside. If you imagine that this is an island, then the open space is anything on the coast. So dangerous, but that card would basically allow me to add green programs everywhere.
And this one could potentially help you move things wherever you want them as well.
And the other action we've not seen is shift. So because of Hetty, if I wasn't playing Hetty, I would probably be using the shift action, because the shift action allows you to basically push things out of your space. And the green programs, because the green is all about sort of telekinesis stuff, you can actually use green programs as remote connections. Is that right?
Yes, a remote shift.
So I could, with a green action, push that spark out of there because I'm using that green program. That's the one that's doing the pushing. And you can actually shift itself.
Yes.
So I don't have to be here. I could shift that to here by using one green command point. So the green ones are really flexible with moving around.
You could shift it to here with 2 shifts.
Yeah. The green programs are like little tentacles that you can spread over the network and use them to move things around.
Right. Okay. Well, I've got my EMP again.
Beautiful.
But I don't have any... Oh, no. Start of turn.
Yeah.
Start of turn. Here we go. I was going to say there's no spark.
Get ahead of ourselves.
Okay, so a spark comes in here, and we're now rolling. So there is another die included in the game, which is 1 colour for each of the servers, and the white avatar symbol means it's my server. So we're rolling here to determine where a spark is being spawned. Red 5 standing by. So we've got a spark here. That's fine.
Now, if you had a can of ginger cool, which I think you do have.
A can of ginger cool.
Yeah.
I do somewhere.
Yeah, it's in your deck.
It's in my pocket.
You can actually change the results of those dice.
Oh, right. Okay, that's helpful. Okay, so now we're into actions. This objective is looking relatively easy, but I don't want to get too cocky because...
Don't miss the upgrades.
I want to buy
Especially
that.
if there's kind of no-brainers.
So I need a green and a blue to buy that. So I could buy that with that. That is a purple, which can be anything, and a blue.
Yeah.
So I'm buying that, and that card goes.
Yeah. Or is there another small little card that you'd rather throw away instead of that purple one?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Always think about that. I don't think there is as it goes.
No. I think I'm okay, because that 2 blue can be quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So we could do this. We can't do this. We could, but this would be very dangerous, because if I was to play this neural splash right now, what it will do is it will add 2 sparks to my space.
Yes.
Now that would mean that there are 3 sparks on one space. And whenever you get 3 sparks on a space, you get a guardian. We do not want a guardian, because guardians are really bad. So we don't want to play that right now. I think I want to play this somewhere else and then maybe use my EMP to blow them up. Yeah, we're totally doing that. So I am going to play... Ooh. I think I just want 1 movement. Yeah, I'm thinking I just play 1 movement. I move here. I don't take the spark with me. Or I could take the red program with me. Then I do the EMP. Oh, right. Although it would be safer to do the red attack here. So if I play it there, there'll be 2 sparks. Okay, it's fine because I've got catalyst.
What if you moved twice?
And moved there and then here?
Yeah, or...
Well, I'm thinking of the EMP.
Yeah.
Oh, but if I take that with me...
Where do you want those? I mean, when you do the EMP, you're going to put 2 sparks down.
On my
Sorry,
space.
when you do the neural splash, you put 2, and then if you move next to those 2.
Yeah, but I can't play the neural splash here, because that will form a guardian. So I have to move before I play the neural splash.
Yeah.
And what you can't do, even if you've got 2 movement points, you can't interrupt those 2 movement points by playing another action in between. So I'd have to do 2 separate movements, which I could do, but I think it's probably inefficient.
But you've got adrenaline surge as well, which will help you push those sparks around if you want to.
That's true. I'm going to use that potentially. How will that? Oh, you mean just as the shift? Just use that as 2 green.
Yeah. So sometimes with your hand, you're kind of planning out a sequence of actions in your mind to try and solve the puzzle. And so, yeah, think about how you might combo your actions together
Okay.
using your whole hand.
Let's go through this. I think I'm going to use that to generate 2 movement points, but I'm just going to move 1, and I'm going to move to there, and I'm going to take the red program with me.
Nice.
And I'm not going to use the other movement point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to take the blue program with me. Right. Now that I'm on a space... So now I'm going to play the neural splash, not for its icons, but for its actual execute effect, which is 2 sparks on my space.
Yep.
To place a green program on up to 3 different open spaces anywhere on the network. So that's an open space.
And these are limited. Now.
These are limited, so we are actually running out.
That's all of them.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, because I've added all of these green ones
Yeah.
everywhere, so I now can't add any more. So that's going to go there. That can go there. That's a different open
that's
space.
Open, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got one on here,
That's not open though.
and it's not there
No. But this might be a nice place
because
because
There's a spark there.
there's a spark there.
right.
You can
how's that?
shift sparks with green.
But I don't need one on this
What
space.
you'd
I need
like-
one here.
What you'd like to do is have 2 here or 2 here, and then do the infect here, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of doing the infect here with the EMP to try and destroy these.
Yeah, good for it. Well, that's fine. What you've
Yeah,
done is
I
good.
think that's fine because that is that server sorted for that objective
Yeah.
with a spare one.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if I infect,
What would be nice is if they didn't have 2.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting to.
yeah, but if they do have 2, I can get rid of 2.
Yeah.
So if we go with the odds here,
Well,
Do you have green in your hand?
I do.
So you could shift those 2 over there.
Yeah, but then the EMP won't destroy everything.
It won't.
The EMP only destroys all of them from one space
But
adjacent
if
to
you
the infected
shifted
space.
1 to 2, if you shifted 1 spark to 2, it would make it easier to infect.
I could, but then that's that card just... And because I've got the catalyst in hand, which is a +2 boost if I need it,
Yeah, you like the idea of saving your green cards. Yeah, that's fair.
I think...
Yeah.
Yeah, because when used as part of an upload, you can... Okay, so I could use those 2 greens with another green as a purple and still use it as part of an upload.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not on the space you're on. at
No.
the moment.
I'm just thinking
Yes.
I probably don't want to be uploading more greens after this. But
There
yeah,
aren't any more at the moment.
let's go through this and see if it works. So I'm going to choose the infect action, and I'm just playing that, which is 2 red. So going through the numbers in my mind, I'm adding 2, I'm adding 3, and they're adding 2. That's not
and you have the
good,
interrupt.
but I do have the interrupt of +2. It's a little dangerous.
Mm.
It's a little dangerous. But if I don't do this now, then at the start of my next turn, a spark is going to go there and turn into a guardian.
Do you have any more cards? No, this is the last.
You can always shift them away to prevent
Yeah.
that card.
Okay, right. Let's do it. So I'm playing emit EMP, and we are going to do. So I'm adding 2, I'm adding 3, and they're adding 2. Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. So I'm adding 3, they're adding 2. So I've won. I don't need to use my
Nice.
catalyst.
Oh, do I have to play with you as a hacker
Yes.
this afternoon?
Right. So it's worked. I get rid of those, and because of the emit EMP, I get rid of that. Awesome.
Good one.
Right. Next. I've got a spare card that I didn't think I was going to have.
That's okay because you can save one.
Well, I can save 1, and then we've worked out I can't use a red for anything. So I am now going to just play that to move things around.
Yeah.
Because
You can remotely shift
I can
those
remotely shift that. I can remotely shift that to there.
That's one. Yeah.
And you got another one if you want it. You could save this one from that.
Oh yeah, because that's going to get blown up, isn't it?
Yeah. You could push
I
the
mean,
spark.
sure.
You could push that away, or
Could I?
you can push the spark.
Oh, I
or
could
you
push the spark out,
green.
can't I?
You could, or you could push the green somewhere else.
Or I could push the green
And
somewhere
also
else.
think ahead to gold. What do you need in gold?
I don't know. The gold one I wasn't going to explain until we got there. Okay. Tell me what I should do knowing what the gold one is.
You're going to need a green installation. So having greens clumped up is
That's
going to
it.
be a bad thing.
So we're going to put that there. So again, green allows you to shift anything out of your space to somewhere else, but you can use other green programs anywhere on the network to shift away from them.
Yep.
Right. Jensen's got a question. What happens if a spark needs to move and the next high space it's on is already the 6? It wraps round. 6 goes to 1 when we're talking about the spark movements at the end of the cycle. Right, I'm keeping that 1 card. We do end of turn. God, that was only my first turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We restock the upgrade cards. We go to turn 2. So I get a spark on my space and another one. Yellow 1. Okay, that's fine.
Nice.
Right, so we've got a spark here. I want to get rid of that.
You'll need to get rid of it before the
SMC attack.
To meet this, don't we?
No. Oh, yes.
Only if this spark, if this...
If it's still there.
Yes,
Okay,
otherwise
if it
there's going to
doesn't-
be a fight and I might get
you might lose.
unlucky.
Yeah.
This is a nice card.
It's a decoy duck. I just like the fact that there's a duck.
DNI reboot's quite nice. This lets you refresh them. It turns 1 purple into 2 purple.
Which is great, yeah.
And also it lets you restock the upgrade area.
Okay.
And this is a reveal effect, so you don't actually play the card to do it. You just
show
it, do it, and then
Okay.
yeah. But it's once per turn.
I'm definitely spending that to buy that.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
Yep.
And any one, I mean, 2 purples is better than a colour and a purple.
It is. So I'm going to spend that as a purple to buy that.
Yeah,
and then that goes. Again, I could overspend if I wanted to, but I think that's...
And now you can reveal it if you want to.
So what does this do? Reveal. Once per turn, put any number of cards from the upgrade area to the bottom of the upgrade deck, then restock the upgrade area.
So you don't fancy either of
Yeah,
these.
get rid of both of those. So those go on the bottom of the deck, and then we restock the upgrade area.
Now you've got more choices.
More choices.
There's an interesting thing with those reveal effects. You can't do it again because it's
it's
once per turn. But if that's the card you save to next turn,
then you can use it again next turn. Right, okay. So, in terms of the objective, we have greens on all odd numbered ones here and greens on... So we've done it. So we just need to survive until the end of this round and start planning for the gold objective, which is going to require a green installation. And we could quite easily get a green installation here right now by me moving in there, taking this with me, although then meant I wouldn't do that, and then installing the green installation there.
Yeah.
Except I don't have any green. Well, I do. I've got purple. Purple can be green.
Suspension Spike's a nice card. Out of those, I think
Remove a spark from your space. If you do, you may place a yellow there. I mean, that's quite nice. That gets rid of it. Okay, how can I buy that?
You've got 2 yellow.
2 yellow. I got 2 yellow.
Nice.
But I'd be getting rid of the carbon clone,
which is also nice.
which is also nice, but
You can also throw another card from your hand into the mix if you want to. Like that single blue.
oh, even if you don't need to convert it to something.
You could pay
You can pay both of those
both
cards
those
to
cards
buy
to
that one
this
card.
one.
Yeah, even though I'm not using 3 for 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it. So I spend those 2 cards.
Yeah.
I don't need this one, but I'm using that as the sacrifice to buy that.
Yes, nice.
And then I'm just going to play it to remove the spark.
Beautiful.
So I remove the spark and I install a yellow program. Now, yellow programs we've briefly touched on, but if you have more yellow programs than sparks, and in fact you need at least 2 unless you have a yellow installation, then you can do the modify action, which basically uses a yellow program and a spark together and turns it into a program of your choice.
So it's kind of like a guaranteed, like the infect or remove sparks. It's a guaranteed way of doing it, but it's going to cost you a yellow program to do it.
And you do get another program out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got lots of reds now. I've got these 2 catalysts, which I don't actually need. So I'm really tempted to get this green installation up and running.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah,
And then just work out how I'm going to get a thing there later. So I'm just going to play that for one movement. Or, no. Do I want any of these? It means losing this. So no. Okay, I'm just going to use that for one movement, and we're going to move to here. And I'm taking the green program with me.
Okay.
Yeah, which means I haven't met the objective yet here. But
Do you have much green in your hand?
I don't. Now, I would know what's in my deck, so I'm just going to have a quick look. There's a couple of greens in there, so I'll be all right. I could just push that around. Don't know why I'm shuffling, because I'm going to draw those five. Right.
I was just wondering whether that was possible.
Actually, yes, it is. No, you're absolutely right. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
I'll use that. So I'll use that as two greens, and I'm going to push or shift that one to there, and then that one to there. Right, so we have 3 green programs on my space. If I had a green, I could now turn them into an installation. I don't. And I can't keep 2 cards from one turn to the next. So I'm just going to get rid of that one. End of turn.
Nice.
Draw my remaining 5 cards. Restock the upgrade area. Final turn of the second cycle. I get a spark on my space. I'm going to have to deal with that. And also red 5 again.
Still standing by.
Okay. So I now can't install the installation. Because you cannot install if there is a spark in your space. But that's fine. I can just push the spark somewhere else. Or I could try and destroy it.
Yeah, you could bring this red over.
I could, but that's hassle, isn't it?
Not. Well, you
Well, it means me moving there.
Well, you
I
can push it.
I could shift it.
You can shift it.
Okay. But I need to keep a green.
But that's a push. That's a push and an infect. As a shift and an infect, as opposed to just a shift.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just shift that out and then it's done. Or I could shift that into there and then do an infect. Which if I had another EMP blast, I could potentially get rid of those. No, I think I'm just gonna generate 2 green and we're gonna do 2 shifts. So the first shift is actually going to be to shift that spark into here.
Yep.
And then the second one is going to be to shift that spark from there into there using a remote shift using that green program.
Perfect.
Right.
Lovely.
Then I'm going to generate 1 green, and the purple is wasted, to convert those 3 programs into an installation.
Yes.
Awesome. So we've now got a green installation, which means if I'm on the space with a green installation, any action that I do for the rest of the game, if I'm on that space, I can actually do anywhere on this server. And the important thing, and you'll see why this is going to be important very soon, is it's not really me that's there. It's my ghost.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things in the game where your avatar is not allowed to go onto the space, but your ghost is like a teleprojection of it.
Now, you're on the. You've got a couple of cards left,
I do.
and I just want to give you a little bit of a warning.
Yeah.
When gold comes around,
Bad things are going to happen.
the Hackman's going to come.
He's going to destroy the
and
installation.
destroy wherever you're standing.
Okay, so I need to be not on this space at the end of this turn, which is fine because I've got loads of stuff.
But it wouldn't hurt if you were like there.
How do I get over there?
Teleportation.
Oh, I've got the boat. The boat's great, isn't it? Yeah, but then I'd have to get back.
Not that far away.
Isn't it?
You don't have to get back because the Hackman's going to enter your space, destroy everything, and then boot you to a random.
Oh, I'm going to end up randomly somewhere anyway.
You don't know where you're going to.
Okay, so let's buy the Nidum ship. So I spend that to buy that. This will allow me to move from any open space to any other open space because it's a boat. So I get on a boat and I go around.
Yeah.
But I'm not on an open space at the moment. So I think I'm going to... I will spend that to buy that because that's just a better version. And then we'll use that for 2 movement points. Now, do I want to be moving other stuff around with me while I go? I think so.
Don't forget. Yeah. Well, so when you're booted, it's a question. When you're booted off by Hackman, Do you carry anything? No.
No.
So
So
Hackman will delete everything on your
I'm going to go
space.
1,
Oh yeah.
2, and I'm going to take that with me. Then I'm going to play this, and this does count as movement. So I'm going to move from here.
Do you want to use your other cards first?
No.
Okay.
No, I was going to use those cards there. What are you thinking?
Well, you don't need to, because the Hackman's going to destroy those.
Is he?
Mm.
Okay. So what would I use these for?
Upload a red program.
Uploading another red program.
Yeah.
Just here.
Yeah.
Just
because you can.
okay, sure. I'll spend 3 reds.
The rule book says it's always a good idea.
It's always. I'll just install another red program here.
Yeah. It would have been more convenient if they were here,
Okay.
but you can figure that out next turn.
Yeah. So I've installed another red program there. Then I'm going to get on my boat.
Yeah.
And we're going to sail over here. And this is where. And you might think, well, why am I doing that? And the reason why I'm doing that is because we know what the gold objective is. And that's why you absolutely need to look ahead to see what's going to happen. Because otherwise, it's going to completely mess up all of your plans. That's it.
There's lots of what?
That is my 3 turns done. We restock the upgrade area. We do the SMC attack. So there are no sparks in areas with my red programs. Then we do the objective, and I hope I've done it. So 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, and 5. Yes, we're done. So, sometimes a decker's sharpest tool is their mind. On a random server, yellow, place a spark on each of its spaces that doesn't have any sparks, guardians, green programs, or green installations. So, on yellow, basically, the whole area has now become completely effectively sparks.
So silver's like the chance of the SMC to fight back. With
Right,
copper, you've got a reward for succeeding.
Right, this is
silver.
a reward. It's not really a reward,
It's
is it?
just-
But that would have been
It'd
worse.
have been worse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not quite as bad.
So now what we're doing is yellow. So we've got a yellow arrow down. So the highest yellow space with a spark goes to the next numbered space. And again, if that causes 3 of them to group together, we gain a guardian. Blue, there's no sparks on blue, so we can ignore that. Red, we have 2 sparks on red, and they're on the number 5 space. So they're going to move to the number 6 space.
They followed our plans. They ran away.
They did.
Oh, what a shame.
And then on green, there are no sparks on green. Okay, so that's that done. Refresh phase. Do I want to get
Now
rid
you're
of
saying,
all
Ricky,
of
I
these?
should have done the infect when I was
fine.
over
Yeah, I should have done that. I should have done that instead of uploading.
I'll let you decide on that. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. I'll keep them. Right. We're done. We now go to the 3rd cycle of the game. So, intel phase. We need to read this card. Right. Okay, this is where it all kicks off. Hackman is our gold objective. And just as a reminder, this is the one we need to do. We didn't need to do the previous objectives to win the game. We got a bonus because we did. This one we need to do.
Yeah.
So our objective...
To finish
Well-
the refresh, just should
Oh,
redraw
yeah, I
and
should redraw from my deck.
redraw. So you do know what you've got in your hand.
Yeah. Okay, so the objective is that we need to remove Hackman. Now, Hackman is a white guardian, and a white guardian is the most dangerous thing in the game. And what we're doing is we're placing a white guardian on top of a yellow installation program, and that's just so that you identify it different from any other white guardian. So these are the guardian pieces. They come as black guardians or white guardians. So it's a white one. And our objective is to destroy the guardian. Now, destroying guardians is really, really tricky. But the rules for guardians are shown on this card here. So, first of all, white guardians deny avatars entry to their space. And this is why you need to use the ghosting, because you literally cannot enter a space with a white guardian. Other than that, how do you get rid of guardians? There is no way, there is no default action, is there, to get rid of guardians?
No.
So how do you do it? Is it by certain cards?
Yeah, so this is a very sandboxy game, so you're going to have to try and use the tools that you've learned to try and figure it out.
Okay. So in setup, we stack a white guardian on top of a yellow, both from the supply, or take them from the network if empty. This is the Hackman. We set it aside. Okay. The rules of the game are the Hackman acts the Hackman and all black guardians that were on the board now act as if they were white guardians.
Yeah.
And during the start of each of my turns, the Hackman moves to my space. And because avatars cannot exist on the same space as a white guardian, I immediately get teleported to a random location somewhere in the network. So, thankfully, I played this scenario last night, so I know how to get rid of Hackman. Now, the rules are, Hackman is a white guardian. Avatars cannot enter the same space as a white guardian. So, I need to find a way of getting onto the space, but not with my avatar, and that's where the ghosting comes in. So, if you have a green installation, which you do, then I can basically, if I'm on that space, I can project my ghost to any other space on that server. So we need to draw Hackman to the blue server, and we know how to do that because at the start of each of my turns, he's going to teleport to my space. He's going to kick me off, but that's how I can draw him to the blue server, by me moving to the blue server, ending my turn, it brings him there, at least he's then on the blue server. So let's say, for example, he's here, and I get booted over to here. Now I need to find a way back to here, and once I've done that, I can then use my projection, and I can use my ghost here, and I can take an action on this space without me actually being on that space. Okay, so that's how we do that. But how do we actually get rid of the Guardian? That's the infect action. So if we look on this, the infect action, I have to have at least a red program present, and then I roll the dice, and unfortunately he's going to get a +4 because it's a white Guardian, and if I win, I get to remove the Guardian. Okay, so you can remove Guardians with the infect action. It's just really, really hard because he's getting a +4, which means I either need lots and lots of red programs or a red installation myself, but I don't believe you can't have anything on the same space as a white Guardian. So how do I get the red programs there?
Well, that's a very good question. You can have a red installation next to it.
Oh, you can?
Which will
Okay.
give you,
Adjacent to it.
which will
Right.
give you a +1.
Okay.
But that's quite expensive at this stage of the game. You can obviously use your ghost to move red programs into that space.
Okay, so there can be programs in here.
Yeah.
It's just avatars can't
It's
be
just
there.
your avatar.
Right. Okay.
There's also cards, some advanced cards that might help you.
Okay.
So there's still an opportunity before we draw our hand.
Yeah. So let's reset this. I'm over here.
Yeah. So imagine we're
that's-
back in the refresh phase.
Yeah.
If there's nothing here that you think can help you,
Get
it's
rid of
worth refreshing.
Okay. Get rid of them then.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have new ones.
Now we also know that in your deck there's carbon clone. So
Which doubles.
doubles.
So I can play a big red card, double it like that.
Yeah, we didn't draw anything to help us.
Okay.
But there's a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we know what we need to do.
Yeah. So we want to gather our reds resource. We want to gather our troops. We
Yes.
want to maximize. If you do it, the sooner you do it, obviously, the less damage the Hackman's doing.
Now, do we have to? Is the game over as soon as we do it?
No,
Right.
because there's a second step to that.
Oh.
goal. There's 2 goals.
Each avatar must be on their entry space. So I need to get back here. I need to go home, basically get to the point where I joined in the network and get out.
And then jump out.
So I could kill him in the first turn,
Yeah.
and then I just need to be here at the end of the
You've
game.
still got to manage the danger that's.
Okay. Right. So, start of turn.
So if you're lucky, you wouldn't have drawn all your red cards at the beginning because you want to try and save as many of them as you can
Yeah.
till you're ready to fight.
Yeah. Because you can only carry 1 card over, can't you?
Yeah.
So we put a spark on my space.
So start of turn step, there's going to be 2 things happening.
Yeah.
And you can decide the order. So
Oh,
whenever-
okay,
if
yes.
there's many things happening at the same time, choose the order yourself.
Okay. Well, we'll have a spark on my space.
Yeah. And
And start of turn, the Hackman is relocated directly to the active decker's space.
which do you think we were best to do?
Well,
first?
you were saying that he's going to destroy sparks, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Thanks.
Because anytime a guardian enters a space,
It destroys the
destroys
sparks that
everything
are on
that's
that
there.
space. But if a spark moves onto a guardian, you get an explosion,
Yeah.
which again, you're probably not going to see today. Well, you're probably not going to see it this morning. You
unless
might
you're
happen.
unlucky with your die roll.
So we had a spark there. But then we're going to move that there, which destroys the spark.
Yeah.
And then I get booted out.
Yeah, somewhere else.
Do I re-roll? Or do I just go to space 1?
Yeah, that's where you are right now.
Yeah.
So
I just go to space 1. What happens if I'd have rolled a 6? Sorry, a 5.
Then the moment you enter space,
I had rolled again.
roll again.
Right, okay. So he teleports me. Hello, I'm here again. I'm going. Right, so I get teleported to there. So that's my start of turn effects done.
So no, if you'd have done those start turn effects the other way around,
There would have been a spark
there would have
there.
been a spark.
Yes.
Now sometimes you may want that.
Yeah.
But no,
And now we're going to spawn a spark because we're in the gold objective. Yellow 4. So we get a spark on yellow 4. Oh, it's getting a little bit dangerous around here. Okay, right. Now it's my first turn of 3 in the last
The precious mounting. This is dangerous because if they do both turn,
2 guardians next to each other
it's not great.
is really not great. So, and we need to save the reds for the big attack on Hackman rather than using it to clear these. But
You can shift.
potentially shift. If there was a green program in there, I could shift them out.
And hopefully you've got a card that will help you move around to blue really quickly. But you don't. You
No,
didn't try
I
it.
don't. I don't have my boat. I do have remove a spark from your space. So that. Yeah. So we need to get over here, and there's no blue programs anywhere on the way. So I've got that. That's 4 movement points.
Mhm.
I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That.
You're on the pathway.
Yeah. But then he's going to turn up and he's going to blow all the programs up, and I don't want him to blow
You
these
want
up.
to move. Yeah, you want to move out of the way of that, don't you?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, 4, and then move to here.
Then you're
And taking the red programs with me, but then I need to move another one to get off that space before the start of my next turn.
or shift them away, or whatever tools you've got in your toolkit. Yep.
That's probably better, isn't it? Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to generate 4 movement points.
And if you can upload some more red along the way, that would be even better.
Yeah, okay, so 4 movement points. We go 1, 2, 3. I mean, I might as well take it with me.
Yeah.
4. Taking it with me.
Yeah, nice.
Then I can move along this pathway.
Mm-hmm.
So I move to here. Then I move to here, taking these 2 with me. Then I move to here, dropping them off.
Now, if you want a backup, I don't think we're going to need it. But if you had a green installation here, that's a backup.
That's what I was thinking.
So while you're on this pathway, you can rearrange stuff on.
Oh,
the
so I could have
pathway.
just moved these. Yeah.
Yeah, or here, or wherever you want to be.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Then I either need to move from this space or push all of these away so that Hackman doesn't destroy them when he turns up, which I have this. So I've got 2 green, which actually I think I'm going to use that card to upgrade to this.
Which is a straight shot because that goes back in the market.
Yeah, because that's an advanced one, right? Because that gives me a little bit more flexibility. It doesn't really matter actually because I'm about to spend it.
Well, you can always buy it back again. This one only costs 1 green.
Oh, okay. With future stuff.
Yeah, or even now with that.
Yeah, I thought I might use that potentially. Okay, so I'm going to use this for 2 green, and we're going to push from my space, and we're going to push these 2 into here. I think.
Yeah. Also, this is a good. This is not a good place to be at the start of your turn, which you know.
No, I don't want to be there at the start of my turn. Wherever I am, he's going to turn up and kill everything that's there.
Mm.
But if you've got 1 movement to save your next turn, that will be helpful.
I do, but I want to say I want
You
that.
want to save that, yeah.
I absolutely need to save that. So I think I'm just going to use this as a purple to buy the adrenaline surge. And then I'm going to play that to move that to there.
Nice.
And I could move something out of here, or I could move something. I could move that to there. Oh no, he's going to destroy that.
You could bring this in, maybe. I don't think you need it, but
Sure. Yeah. So I push from there to there.
Yeah.
Right. End of turn.
Nice.
I draw 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5.
this one's a real puzzle for sure.
It is. And this is the tutorial. Restock the upgrade area. No,
Nothing
we don't
to
need
do.
to. Right. Turn 2. So I get a spark on my space, which we will add.
Yep.
But then we will move Hackman there, so he destroys the spark,
Yep.
and he moves me to space number 1 on my server. So here.
Wow.
That's good.
Oh well, there
That's
you
good,
go.
that's
That's
good.
nice. And then we spawn blue 5. So a spark arrives here.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just go back. I need to do an infect action on that space, but I can't be on that space, so I need to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I need to get there.
Yeah. The bad news is
Those
You can't
need
move-
to be there.
you can't move
Can't go
through
through
that.
it.
You can't move through that space, which is a bit.
No, so I have to go around.
Around.
How do I move these
Carry
into
them.
there? No, but I
You
can't
don't.
get in.
You're ghost.
Oh, I can ghost. So my ghost.
Yeah. Or you can shift them in there.
So if I'm on this space, I can do a move 1 action, and at the start of that action, I say my ghost is here,
Yeah.
and my ghost carries the red programs in there, and then my ghost light disappears,
That's it.
right? And then on my next action, I infect, and I say my ghost is here.
Yeah.
Got it. Ah, right. Okay.
And if you're lucky, you've drawn a lot of.
I've
red.
drawn a lot of
Red
reds
with carbon copy.
with carbon clone. Right.
Carbon clone.
Let's do it. Have I drawn the blues? No. But I've drawn some greens.
And you can combine. Don't forget to get
Oh, I
movement.
can combine. Oh, it's not going to work. No, I'm
You
slightly
can
short.
you can knight them over here,
Yeah, I've got the boat,
but then you still need one blue
Yeah.
to get in there.
which I've got with a purple. But then I need the movement to move them into there.
Yeah.
Now, the EMP only removes adjacent sparks. It doesn't remove guardians. Yeah,
The other thing is you could carbon clone the movement instead.
I could.
But is it enough still?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a puzzle.
This is a bit of a... So I effectively need 3 movement points. Well, 4. 1, 2, 3 for me to get there.
Yeah.
And then an extra 1 to ghost the movement from there to there.
Yeah. Or you
But-
can use 2 green to shift those in.
Or at 2 green shift them in, which I've got.
So once you're,
But that-
once you're
that-
there, you
that
can
could-
ghost for the shift, can't you?
Hmm?
Once you are there, you can ghost for the shift.
Yeah. But he's
Yes.
got 1 purple, which is a movement anyway.
So that purple can be the blue, and that allows me to move those 2 into there.
Yeah.
Or that could be the 2 green to move them 2 into there
Yeah.
once I'm ghosted.
But
But I need to get there. That's
the problem one.
That's the problem one. So the ship will allow me to move from here to here, or from here to here. Ah! There's a pathway. Yeah? Is that it?
Does that count as a
It
movement?
says it counts as a move action.
Mhm.
So I play that
Yep.
for the bottom one to move from an open space to any other open space on the network. And it says it counts as a move action.
Yep.
Because I'm doing a move action, that means I can get on the boat to here, and then I can use the pathway to get to here. Okay. So I'm now here. Now it's a move action, so I can take these things with me
Yes.
if I want to. I don't know if I want to.
Probably doesn't need.
I don't think it
much at the
matters.
moment, does it?
I could take these 3 things with me if I really needed to. I could create a blue installation, which I can tell, but I don't need to. I don't need to do any of that. Right, so now what I want to do is, there's 2 ways of doing this. I'm going to do it the cool way. I'm going to generate a purple command, which I'm going to use as blue for the move action. But because I'm at the location of because on the same space as a green installation, I can ghost. So I'm ghosting to here, and it's my ghost that does the move action, and I'm going to move one to here, taking these two things with me. And then does the ghost get removed?
Yeah.
It does. You just put it on, do the action, and then remove.
Yeah. So you're on a green thing. You place your green, the ghost anywhere on your
On
server,
the server. Yeah.
take your action with respect to this instead of this.
Yes.
And then remove the ghost.
Yes. Right. And then I'm going to do the infect action here. So my ghost is on the space with the Hackman. And let's work this out, because I'm going to throw everything I've got in this. So I've got +2 for my two things. I can save that. Plus an extra 2 and carbon clone. So I'm at +6. Oh, we're fine. I think we're fine. Yeah, that doubles that. So I'm at +6.
And they're at 4.
He's at +4 because of that. And I've got these two
So you're at +2
in my pocket if I need them.
Where are you? +2?
He's +2, yeah.
Well, I'm at +6, he's at
It's
+2.
+4.
Sorry, he's at +4, yeah. So, don't know. So I'm on 10, he's on 8. Again, I didn't need these catalysts.
Didn't need it.
Pac-Man has been destroyed. This looked totally impossible last night
Yes.
when I was learning it.
The way to do that.
What else happens? That's it.
Well, you're still not there.
You're not
No,
finished yet.
I'm not there.
No.
Okay. So I've still got actions that I can do this turn.
Yeah.
Remember, your aim is to end
Is
the
to end
cycle there.
Yeah.
Which you only need one.
Yeah, I don't do anything. So turn is over. I discard that because I can only carry one card forward. Now I'll tell you what.
Get that grind.
No, I don't think I need that. That's fine. Right, end of turn. So I draw my remaining 5 cards. Start of next turn. Presumably Hackman,
He's gone.
he's gone. He doesn't come back on.
Yep.
So we add a spark to here. And then we're going to spawn a spark on green 2.
Yellow.
Okay, so if that had been yellow, we'd have had a guardian, which wouldn't have been a big problem.
Wouldn't necessarily hurt us right now. No.
Because it's the last turn.
It's the last turn. So as long as I get to here,
You're done.
that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
So it's really very straightforward.
I mean, I could do all sorts of fancy stuff, but just to save time,
you just need to move.
I'm just going to move one,
Yeah.
and I'm going to move to here, and I'll take the blue thing with me, and then I'm going to run up and down this pathway just for fun. Right, and I'm not going to do anything else this turn.
You can discard cards if you wish.
So yeah, so my end of turn thing is done. We would do the SMC attack. So what would happen is that would destroy that, but it doesn't touch the installation.
Yeah.
That spark would destroy that. That spark would destroy that. Those programs are destroyed. We resolve the objective.
And that's important because sometimes the SMT is, you think you've solved the objective, but the SMC attacks and destroys,
Stops the objective.
stops it.
Yeah.
So success. Nom nom nom. You led that thing around the network and took advantage like a pro. Congratulations, you have won. Playing against an upgraded SMC, then continue with the final gold cycle instead.
Yeah.
So if you're playing against an upgraded SMC, then there is an extra card that comes in, and then you have to do that as well.
Yeah, and this is Mother's Ghost, which is what this token is.
Right. Okay.
And that's like a final boss. If you want more ways to play up the difficulty,
Yeah.
you have to take down Mother's Ghost even after finishing gold.
Okay.
But these are immediate. You don't have to see out the cycle. It's called early termination goals. Each one is different. So we've got Tsunami, Titanium, Tempest, and Shell Shock. And
I don't think I'll be going anywhere near
No,
them
no,
just yet.
you did really well. That was brilliant.
Yeah. So for those people that have been watching us, this has been the one-player version of the game. This afternoon, in about 2 hours' time, me and Paul are going to be playing the cooperative version of the game, which is exactly the same game. It's the same game with the same rules. The way that it's going to scale is the difficulty of the objectives. The objectives are going to be harder. But we are going to be going with a random map. We are going to be going with random objectives. Which SMC are we going to be fighting? You choose.
Not random, because
No,
you don't want the heavy,
which
heavy,
one would
heavy
you
ones.
like to...
I would say Spider or Glom.
Which one, Paul?
That's
Well,
the
I
level 2.
think I fancy Glom. Is Glom the one that
Glom is good.
for green?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I'd like to play. I'd like to play.
So
with
we're going to
green.
be taking on Glom this afternoon. Paul is going to be playing a green Decker.
Yep.
I'm going to be playing Hetty again because
Okay.
I kind of know this one.
Got it.
But yeah, just as a reminder, you have how many different SMCs in the game? 7 SMCs. You also have 2 possible upgrade cards, so you can change the difficulty level of each of the SMCs.
So you end up with 21 combinations.
21 combinations.
Plus these.
Plus those. You've got 10 different Deckers to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the purple one is special because each of these has got a primary one and an alternate one. And I think what's going to make the game the biggest variability for me is the objectives.
Yeah.
And we're going to be going with random objectives this afternoon.
Yeah.
So we're going to get 1 copper,
Yes,
1 silver, and 1 gold. But what we're going to do is we are actually going to decide them ahead of the playthrough. We're going to do them now so that me and Paul can actually be having a think about them, because otherwise the start of the stream this afternoon is going to be 15 minutes of silence while we stare at the cards and try and work out what to do. Like you said earlier on, even during setup, you're playing the game.
Yes.
You are having to work out where you want to put things, even in setup, which is going to help you for the objectives in future.
Yeah, so when we come to you look at your objectives, you're going to think, right, how do I best configure the network to make my mission as achievable as possible? Then you'll decide which Deckers you want to be, which Deckers are best equipped, what their special abilities, you've got the right card.
Different Deckers might be
Yeah.
better equipped against other ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so me playing Hetty against Glom might not be the best one.
Yeah, but you'll learn.
But
You'll learn,
I'm
so-
learning, and we'll see where that's.
So you think, right, we've got a mission. Who are we going to send in? Who's best to do
Yeah.
this? Yeah.
And I think the variability during the game as well was the upgrade cards. The fact that I got the EMP blast transformed that game. It meant that I could do all sorts of shenanigans that you normally can't do, because normally you need the red programs on the same space as the sparks. But with EMP,
You could be
you
adjacent.
take the red programs to an adjacent space, upload them, and then use them to destroy the sparks that are next door. What a puzzle! What a puzzle! If you are interested in this game and you do get this game and you're sat at home and you're playing it and your brain explodes, then that's
What do you mean,
fine.
if?
That's fine, because that's what happened to me last night. Go away, have a think about it, come back with a fresh mind and go, this is possible.
Yeah.
It's not that evil to
Sure.
design a game that's not. It is possible. You've just got to work out the puzzle. And the puzzle is different from other games where you're like, oh, I need to move that piece to there. How do I do that? In this game, certainly with Hackman, you're like, right, well, how do we get rid of Hackman? Well, you have to be on his space and you do the infect. But I can't be on his space, so I can't do it. And you've got to creatively think of how you're actually going to be able to do it. And we've kind of shown you how you do that today. It's with the ghosting action. Now, I said to you at the start, I was going to ask you a question, and I didn't ask you the question. Inspiration for this game.
Well, I started it back in 2010, so 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, it was more about mechanisms. I knew I wanted that kind of. I played sandbox games on video. I think probably Elite was probably the first one back in the 1980s something. And I wanted that sandbox feel. So I loved. I just played Dominion. I think it was 2012 as well. Mage Knight came along, but I played Dominion and I was blown away by deck building.
Right.
And just the different, the explosion of combinations that it can create. So I wanted to kind of just use a combination of mechanisms to create this kind of sandbox puzzle. And it started life as a solo kind of thing, and it developed into a co-op. Originally, it was actually this was a map of England, and this was a heptarchy. Each one was like a region of England.
Yeah.
And your programs were your people,
right?
And the black tokens were Vikings,
Right. Okay.
the boat that you used was the Nidam ship, and that's a nod to that original.
Oh, okay. Right. I
That
see.
original design.
Right.
But Visual Point Games wanted a different theme. They said, "What about?" They gave me a bunch. I can't remember what they were. One of the ones that I liked the best was this cyberpunk idea.
Yeah.
So it was just developing those mechanisms. Everything got just rebuilt.
Right.
Yeah, and that can happen.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah. I mean, it can happen. It is a known thing in the games industry for a designer to pitch their idea of the game, and then the publisher want to retheme it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in this one.
Here. Yeah.
It's interesting because I obviously watching a lot of films and stuff in the 80s and 90s, the whole cyberpunk hacking into servers. I'm a Netrunner player, you know, I love the cyberpunk setting.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're doing that kind of thing in this game, and it's really interesting because mechanically, I think the mechanics fit thematically.
Well, they did, because what happened was, you can imagine this, when it was a map of England, it was a big space, you know, thematically it was a big space, geographically. But when it became a hacking thing, I had to then change so much to bring it into this claustrophobic world as opposed to an open world.
Yeah.
And that's where these things all started changing. And the actions morphed, and everything had to kind of feel more
okay. So mechanisms were changed to fit. Because I was going to say, how did ghosting fit? It didn't. That didn't exist. But yeah, the whole idea of traveling around a virtual network, uploading programs, converting those programs, using them to fight against the Sparks, the SMC, the computer fighting back. That ticks all of my boxes.
And when it was a big map, the Sparks were the invaders. They came from the outside.
Right.
Now they kind of come from within more, which, you know, so all those sorts of things changed. It's a wonderful process developing a design. It's great fun.
And there you go. And finally, Essen Spiel this year. Do you want to pass us the box?
Yeah, and I noticed some people are asking about pre-order. I think Owen asked, can we depends where in the world you are. So
yes. So Pegasus Spiel will be doing the distribution in
UK,
I think, in America,
UK, US, Australia, Germany, Austria.
Right.
So there.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Okay.
Lots of stores have got it on pre-order right now.
Right. Okay. So contact your local store. Get your local store if they don't know about it. If it's not on their list, get them to contact Pegasus Spiel or Deep Print Games. But this is a production copy of the game. It has been produced. It has been printed. I don't know where all of the copies are. I think you're in your garage at the moment. But yeah, if you go to Essen Spiel, you'll be able to buy it there. And yeah, that's it for now. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you, Paul, for your extra commentary.
Thanks, Paul.
Join us in 2 hours' time. No, 1 hour's time. 1 hour from now, after we've had pizza, we will be doing a full 2-player playthrough with random objectives. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later on. Cheers. Bye-bye.